Hey, hey, everybody. Welcome on into the ClayShare studio. I'm Jessica Putnam-Phillips, and this is the 4th annual Gifts for Potters. That's right. Every year for the last 4 years, I have done a gift list for potters, counting down the top 12 gifts that I think a potter would like to receive or that you could give to another potter, or give to yourself. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself presents, right? I do it, so you should do the same. And we're going to go through these items. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to show you how I've been using them over the past year. And some of these things we have discounts and promos on. So if we have those codes, I will put them up for you. Now, this broadcast will be up for replay after. So if you miss any part of it, all the information will be available there. We will also put in the replay. I can attach the full gift list there so you guys can see it written out. And that's it. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to do this broadcast, and then I'm going to sing for you because that's what we do. And that's it. That's all we're doing tonight. It's just a fun time hanging out. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Oh, no. Jennifer says, hold on. She's got to get her hubby. I won't sing till the end, so he doesn't have to get her. You don't have to go get him right now. I'll sing later. So the way I do this is I talk about the 12 gifts, and at the end we do the big sing down from the tune 12 Days of Christmas. So that's how we do it. And I am going to be a few people's Santa this year because we are giving away on November 2nd 12 packs of Mayco stroking coats and 2 jars of light flux in each of those gift packs. So 4 people are going to be getting gifts from me and Mayco. And we are also giving away lifetime memberships to ClayShare. We have a veteran scholarship that we do every year. It's for military veterans and for veteran caregivers. If you fall in any of those categories, go to ClayShareResources.com, fill out the application. We have that application open until the end of the month, and then we will be announcing on December 16th the winners. Last year we gave away 5 lifetime memberships. This year I don't have a number. I'm going to read everybody's application. We're going to discuss it. We have a little committee that discusses it, and we will announce the winners. So I don't know. I could give away 10 lifetime memberships. Who knows? We will see. You just got to wait. So I'm excited to share this with everybody. And I see, Ohio Education Association's here. Hello, Mary. Nice to see you. December 2nd, honey. Sorry, Lynette. Thanks for catching me on that. December 2nd, December 16th are the dates. Is crazy around here, as you can well imagine, in the ClayShare studio with the upcoming move and building, new studio, and all kinds of stuff. So we'll get to everything. But now, without further ado, I'm going to do the list. We got to do this because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. And I don't know about you, but I have lots of food preparation to happen in my kitchen. So, all right, the first on my list, the 12th thing counting down, is the new 12 Speedball underglaze colors. Did you know Speedball came out with 12 new colors this year? I did. Yes, I did. And I made a little color wheel using some of their traditional current colors. We should say they're classic colors and then they're new colors. So they're all on here. And these are my favorite Speedball underglaze colors. They are underglazes. They go on under the glaze. They're great for texture. Put it on texture, wipe back the excess, then put a clear glaze on top. And that's what you're seeing here is a clear glaze on top of the Speedball underglazes. Now, I have them here 16 ounces, and the new jars are the wide mouth jars. I don't know if you remember from years past, they had the teeny tiny little mouth jars. No, they've switched over to the wide mouth now, and that's because everybody asked for it and they did it. So the 12 new colors, and I will tell you, they are soft pink, carmine, flame red, mandarin orange, saffron yellow, I gotta come down here, avocado, leaf green, teal, blue, frost, amethyst, and royal purple. So those are the new colors. This wheel has more than just that, but you can see them on there. So if you're looking for some awesome colors, check out Speedball underglazes. They are food safe. You can fire them cone 05 to cone 10. Now some of the colors might burn out at cone 10. Just keep that in mind. I do these at cone 5. So you see how beautiful and bright these colors are at cone 5. That's what you'll get. Fabulous, right? You love the colors too? I do too. I've been using Speedball for, woo, 6 years now. I found them 6 years ago, and they've come on. They were one of our first sponsors of ClayShare. They sponsored me as an artist before I started ClayShare, so they've been with me for a while. They're a great company. I have toured their factory in North Carolina. They are such a great group of people. They make underglazes. They make lots of other products too, but we're just gonna focus on the underglaze. So that's the 12th thing that we have got on that list for gifts. You don't have to buy them in the big sizes. You can get small little 2-ounce containers of them. So you could gift a little pack of them to somebody or to yourself if you want to try them out. When I first discovered Speedball, that's what I was doing. I was using the little guys. And we'll talk more about Speedball because I have some products, some finished pieces that I've used Speedball on. So we'll get there. We'll get there, don't worry. They fire fine at 05, Janet. Exactly. Yeah, if you just put a clear glaze on top, they are a matte finish. So you do need a glaze on top. It could be a gloss, could be a satin. It's entirely up to you. You could put a matte glaze if you want to keep it matte. But I like a gloss on them. But they work really, really well at a wide range of temperatures, which is very, very nice. So where can you buy oh, we're going to get there. If you see things on the table and you want to know where to get them, I'm going to tell you. The Speedball underglazes you can get from clayscapespottery.com. And if you use the code EXPLORE10, you can save 10% off the retail price. Unless Clayscapes has a better deal going. I don't know of a better deal, but that's where I get mine, is from Clayscapes. So Speedball underglazes, go to Clayscapes Pottery. Keep Clayscapes Pottery in mind because many of the things that I have here that I'm talking about this year come from Clayscapes Pottery. You know, and we'll talk about that actually. We'll talk about that as we go through. All right, so that's the 12th thing. On the 11th day of Christmas, what should you give your favorite potter or yourself? Well, this is my pick, the Studio Pro Bats Space Saver System. And so you get the bat with these inserts. So this little square pops out, right? And I use this on the wheel when I'm throwing, and then you can just cut off whatever it is you made, lift the insert out, set it to the side, put a new insert in, and make something else. Like, you know, a cup like this, I might not want to touch when it's wet. So I leave it on the little insert, set that to the side, put a new insert in. Now, I also use these boards for hand building. So you're thinking, I don't throw on the wheel, I hand build. You can get just the inserts. And these make fabulous wear boards. They don't warp, they last forever, and they're easy to store. I have stacks of them. So my suggestion is, if you're a wheel thrower, check out the Studio Pro Bat system. Get the entire system with some inserts. If you're a hand builder, I mean, you might want to get this anyways because this is a nice system that they have, but the inserts are amazing. I love them. You love your Studio Pro Bat system, Lisa says. Years ago, I was using this product called Wonder Bat. They no longer exist. They went out of business. They closed down. Studio Pro Bats, right here, basically the same thing except better. They are made here in Vermont, where I live. The family that runs the company has been making it. They're a multi-generational family, so the father started it, the son is running it now. I'm sure the kids will get into it. So it's you know, another small family-run business, and I love supporting them. So Studio Pro Bats, my number 11 gift pick. Get yourself some of these. I love them. Now, guess where you can get them? Clayscapes Pottery, right? You can go to Clayscapes Pottery. You can order directly through StudioProBats.com. I don't know if they do discounts, but Clayscapes does. So check these out, right? Lorelai's here. She got a notification at 2:08. The notification situation is something we are working on with Vimeo, who sends out the notifications. But 2:08 is not bad. The other day it was like 26 minutes after we started. So I'm glad you're here earlier. You got some seconds of the inserts and you wonder why you waited so long. I know, they are so good. Debbie loves them too. You have a 3-prong wheel head. Can they accommodate? So the back of these has the 2 little holes in it for your bat pins. You probably can drill wherever you need bat pins to go into, right? So wherever you need a hole to sit over your bat pin. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. Wheel throwers, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm sure you could drill. And the other thing is, if you have any questions, Todd at Studio Pro Bats, he's amazing. Go to studioprobats.com, send him an email, say, hey, I want to check out your Studio Pro Bat Space Saver system. Thinking of getting it, but my wheel head is a 3-pin wheel head. Can I drill holes? You never know what they can do for you. So that's my suggestion. They're a small company. They're usually willing to accommodate. So ask them. They might have a suggestion. They might have a template. I don't know. Who knows what they'll do? They might do something fabulous. So ask them. It can't hurt. All right, so Clayscapes Pottery has those as well. You have tons of extra boards from Studio Pro Bats because they're so good. Starlin says, yeah, they are good. So that's the 11th pick. 10th, this is one that I've been using for a while and is always on my list. These are Georgie's Interactive Pigments, and that's what is on this little garlic keeper right here. So what they are is they're highly concentrated oxides mixed together. You water them down and you brush them on your pottery. You wipe back the excess with a sponge and then you put a glaze over it. So their pigment kit comes with 8 pigments, 4 glazes, including the autumn foliage and eggshell wash combo in here, this fabulous combo. And you could try them all out. Now I have a little visual for you guys back here. This is my Georgie's Pigment test board. So in the kit, when you order the kit, you get, I'm going to hide this bottom row, you get everything to do what you see on the top 4 rows, right? But not the bottom row, because that's my chun on top of the pigments. So we'll talk about my chun blue in a minute. But you see right here, this is all of these combos you can do from this pigment kit from Georgie's. Now, if you order from Georgie's, we do have a code for them, and we will get that for you. Kevin will put that up, unless you already did.
Details are up on the
Details are up on the screen for everybody.
No,
for me.
For you.
For me.
Georgie's is complicated, remember?
Georgie's is complicated. That's right. You can save, all right. So Georgie's doesn't have a discount on the pigment kits, but you can buy the pigments individually and save 20% off their pigments and their glazes. So you don't get a discount on the kits because the kits are already discounted a lot. But if you're like, oh my gosh, that indigo is the most, here it is the most amazing pigment I've ever used. I want that pigment. You could order just the indigo right there. And the same thing, autumn foliage. That's my favorite. That's right in here, this row. I love the autumn foliage. My favorites are sand and surf, autumn foliage, and indigo. So if I was just going to get 3 of the pigments, I would get those. And then I would get their zinc-free clear, their super clear, and their eggshell wash. So if I was just going to pare it down and get a few things, that's what I would get, are those 6 items. But you can learn how to make this board in my class too, by the way. I do have that. And we'll talk about ClayShare later, right? You love Georgie's, I know. The indigo with clear. Sherry, let me grab that for you, hon. So indigo, you can use their clears, which these are formulated to work with their own glazes the best, but you can use any glaze. This is super clear in indigo. This is for Sherry. There you go. See how beautiful that is? And then they also have their zinc-free clear. That was their super clear. And this is their zinc-free clear. It's a little lighter. The indigo goes a tiny bit lighter with the zinc-free clear, but not a lot, just a little. But you can use it with any glaze you want. You'll get different results. That's why they're interactive. They react to the pigments. So it's pretty fabulous. You love them too, KG says. Yes, KJ says, I love them too. Hello, I'm getting tons of happy Thanksgivings. Happy Thanksgivings, everyone. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. Might be my favorite holiday. Well, we might talk about that. Okay.
Need Clayscapes in Australia.
We need Clayscapes in Australia. Clayscapes now sells at Blue Matchbox in the UK. Definitely need to get them to Australia because you can get so many of these products through Clayscapes. Next that I have on my list, and you can get Georgie's basically from Georgie's, and Sheffield Pottery sells Georgie's pigments. Who else has Georgie's? Go to Georgie's website and see, but I buy mine directly from Georgie's if you're ordering from them because they are in Portland, and if you're over here on the East Coast like I am, just tell them you want flat rate shipping. Let them know you found out about them from ClayShare, and they'll help you out. They'll hook you up. So check that out. All right, the next thing is something brand new to me this year. I discovered them earlier this year and I have fallen in love with them. I have been using the same style brushes for decades, and this totally changed everything. It completely changed the way I glaze. And these are made by Mayco, and they are their fan brushes. And so I have 3 of them. I only have 3 in the studio right now. I do need to get more. And the sizes are the number 4, that's the smaller one, and then I have 2 number 6s, these big ones. Now these fan brushes hold a ton of glaze in them, and they give such beautiful, like, even distribution of glazes. You've seen me use them to brush on so many glazes. Now, where can you get them? You can get them from clayscapespottery.com. They just got these in stock. I just found out. I asked, I think yesterday, I found out that they have them. So if you're looking for some new brushes for brushing on glaze, check out the Mayco fan brushes. And again, this is the number 4. And I like to use this for smaller things or little hard to reach areas. And then these are the number 6s. And this right here will hold so much glaze. If you're glazing the surface of a plate and you don't want to keep dipping back in your bucket of glaze, you know, you don't want streaks, you want nice even application. These hold so much glaze and you can just swirl it all on. I adore these. So these are my new go-to brushes, are the Mayco fan brushes. So if you're making your little Christmas wish list, get a couple of these. Give them a try. If you can only get 1, get the 6. The 4 is great, but if you can only go with 1, get the 6. If you brush on glaze, this brush will change the way you apply glaze. It's so easy to brush the inside of mugs and cups and bowls. So smooth. It's just, I love it. Love it, love it. Bailey sells Georgie's Interactive Pigments too, Karen says. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, and so put it up there. If you guys know where you can get products I'm talking about, put it up there.
Oh,
and
Amaranth.
Amaranth has Georgie's as well. Okay, so that's good to know. Now, that is great. Jen just says she hated glazing before getting these and that these brushes rock. I have to agree. I have found they're really high quality. A lot of times the brushes I use when I'm glazing that I've been using before, I'd brush the glaze on and a little bit of the bristle, the brush itself, would come out and be on my piece. It's kind of annoying and sometimes it can affect the end result. So these are so well made. I am not having a problem with the brush bristles coming out at all. So you can see there they are. There's the bristles. They're really nice. Now, after you use them, they get stained. The little, I don't know if you can see, there's a little red tinge to this one. I was using it with some iron oxide. This one's got a little gray tinge to it because I was using it with some really dark glazes. That's just, it's tinted now. This doesn't come back out. It's just the bristles have that stain to it. It's just like fabric would get stained. So it's not a big deal. It just happens over time. They are well used and well loved. So this is, gosh, would this be the one thing if you're getting nothing else? Maybe. It might be. They are amazing.
Those are game changers, I think.
They are. Neil has one and loves it. Yeah. If you hated glazing, give these a try and see how they work. Yeah. So use the same Mayco fan brushes a lot to paint your own pottery studios, and you can get them from Gare and other bisqueware suppliers. Good to know. And then Kathy says Ohio Ceramics and Ravenna have the brushes and Georgie's. Oh, well, it's a one-stop shopping. So you can get those there. Clayscapes does have the fan brushes now. So if you're making a list and you're going to be purchasing things, you can send them over to Clayscapes. Make it easy. So these right here, I love them. The numbers that I have here, again, I see a few people asking. This is the number 4, and then this is the number 6. And I'm just going to hold them up so you can see the different sizes. The 6 is almost double in size from the 4, but I don't have a 5. I don't need it, and I don't know how big the 8 would be. The 8 must be monstrous, but that's all right, right? I would totally get that. So those are the brushes I've been loving on lately, and they have been a game changer for glazing, as I'm hearing from a lot of you guys. So Susan just mixed up some of my glazes and can't wait to use them next week. We're going to talk about my glazes because they are on the list. So the brushes are fabulous. And then the next thing I have is something I've been using for a long time, and they really make hand building pieces so easy. And they are GR Pottery forms. And you might see a bunch of pieces here in the studio. And I basically only make plates now with GR Pottery forms. So here is a set of hex plates, hexagon plates right here, and they nest all in. The forms that I used is a GR Pottery form. The texture on there is my Southwest rolling pin design, so that's what we're seeing there. And the glaze is Amber Celadon from Clayscapes Pottery and cream on the rim, also from Clayscapes Pottery. So I use these forms to make pie plates, platters, trays, snack trays, dinnerware sets, trinket dishes, anything you can imagine. And they're made of this fabulous wood material right here that holds up for a long, long time. I did an exhibition last year where I had to make 100 plates using, they were all the same size, and that was, you know, my decision. But I used GR Pottery forms, and I still have the forms that I made those plates with, and they're just as good as the first day that I used them. So, you know, these are the hexes. They stack. See how I have them stacked? You can stack them 2s, 3s, use them singularly, entirely up to you. I have a bunch of classes showing how to use them. GR Pottery Forms has a bunch of tutorials as well. They also have a YouTube page and, well, YouTube channel, and I have a YouTube channel showing them too, so check that out. Here's a round, here's a square. So good, right? GR makes the thin forms too. Yes, Diana, they do. So these are the thicker ones, and then they also make a thinner form, so you can get a shallower plate. And I am going to show you a couple things made with GR Pottery forms. This plate here, made with GR Pottery forms. And basically all the plates I'm going to show, I use GR Pottery forms. So we'll talk about that. This is a round one, and we'll talk about the rim shape in a second because that's on the list. But if you haven't tried GR Pottery forms, check them out. You can get them from grpotteryforms.com. We do have a discount directly from GR Pottery Forms, but you can also get them from Clayscapes Pottery. So if you're going to Clayscapes,
use that Explore 10.
Use the Explore 10, covers everything. Jane says she needed a textured rolling pin. She needs a textured rolling pin and the GR Pottery Forms. I know, because look, my dear, this is, how fabulous is this? Textured rolling pin, GR Pottery Form, and you have a really beautiful plate with a lovely texture and design in it. It's like easy peasy. It's like the plate making kit. Get yourself a textured rolling pin and some GR Pottery forms and you're good to go. Do these suppliers ship to New Zealand? Mariana, you'll have to check, my dear. Some do, some don't. You'll just have to check with them. Clayscapes, currently, they will ship, they have a distributor in the UK. I know they're interested in expanding, and the way that works is you get a local clay supplier in your area to carry their products. That's how that works. But you can always reach out to them and get more details to find out.
And that's how they got Blue Matchboxes. So many people
went
to Blue Matchbox and said, you've got to get Clayscapes.
So many people wanted Clayscapes products in the UK. They all inundated Blue Matchbox with requests, and then Blue Matchbox started carrying them. So that's how this works, is the demand gets met when you all ask for it. So go ahead and ask them.
Yeah, Drew ships all over.
Drew says, okay, look, Drew says yes, Clayscapes will ship anywhere, so you don't have to have a distributor. You can just order directly from Clayscapes. You just pay the freight cost, and they'll get that freight for you. So yes, you can get them in New Zealand. All the things I'm talking about from Clayscapes, all these things, you can get anywhere in the world. He'll ship it. So you finally used your textured rolling pins last week, and they work great, Paul says. Yes, they do. They're awesome. All right, so GR Pottery Forms, I've been working with them for a long time. Great company, another small family-owned business. Love supporting them. I think, goodness, most everybody that we have on the list tonight is a family-run business. Georgie's is a family-run business. It's named after the current owner's grandmother, and because Georgie was their grandma. and it's a brother and sister that run the company, and their children both work in the company as well. So this is a family-run business for multi-generation as well. So it's kind of cool to be able to work with all these companies, and knowing that when we use their products, when we purchase their products, we're supporting them. Like Clayscapes is a family-run company, and I don't know about Mayco, but I'll find out. I'll have to find out about them. So Debbie says she's got stuff from Clayscapes in Australia. Okay. All right, good. That monitor's a little wonky right now. All right. Yeah. So, oh, the next one. Okay, GR Pottery Forms. It's good. All right, so the next thing, we're good. So the next thing on the list are these. I haven't talked about these in a couple years on the list. They were on the list a few years ago. They weren't on the list last year, but they're on the list this year. DiamondCore tools. DiamondCore tools makes, I believe, the best carving tools you can buy, period. Like, end of story. I've been using them for a while. They have my favorite tool, which is the L3. That's a diamond stylus tool. It's a small football, large football. I use this for Mishima, I use it for sgraffito, and just for plain carving. They also have this lovely L1, which is their needle tool. I'm loving that. And then they have a couple others I really like. They have the P12 straight V carver, and I think I've got two of them right here. I've got two of these little guys that I'm using right now in the studio. So these are my favorites for carving, and I want to show you some of the things you can do. So sgraffito is where you put slip on a piece and then you carve away the excess, right? You carve away, and the negative line is what shows through. So here is a plate that I did. It is a dark clay right here. It's actually a terracotta. And I put a white slip on the surface, and then I use that little needle carving tool, the L1. And I keep them in their little boxes because I will lose them if I don't. And I try to write on the box what it is. But let me open the needle tool up. Now, here we have the carving. Every one of these lines was made with this tip right here. And so you wait till it gets to be a nice leather hard, and then you carve through the surface. And I love it. Oh, and Jennifer's telling me the V carver has replacement blades too. Yes. So if you carve so much that you wear through the blades, which you can do if you carve a lot, you can get replacement blades for these. Let me take one of these little guys out, the V carver, so you can see this one. So here's the V carver right there. See if I can put my hand up, y'all can see it a little better. Right there. And it is a V. It's exactly what it is, and I love it. But my favorites are these guys right here. So this is very fine detail work done with this carving tool right there. Neil has the L3 and loves it. Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's my first one from them was this. And I have to say, if I only could have one, it would be this. Like, if this is the Desert Island DiamondCore tool, the L3. And usually after I do these broadcasts, they sell out. So if they have them in stock and you're thinking of getting one, you might not want to wait. Now, I don't have a discount for DiamondCore right now, but they might have one going on their own. Sometimes we do get one. They don't do a lot of discounts. I know they are also a family-run business, and I know that it's a small company, and I know that the cost of making these tools is really high, and so they don't have a lot of margin to adjust. So here's with that little V carver. This is a plate we did. Actually, we did this in a broadcast. We carved this together during my sgraffito demo. What I did is put Speedball underglaze down, carved through the underglaze to show the clay underneath. And then after it was glazed and fired, we put gold luster on that rim. Look at that. Fancy, fancy, right? And then gold dots. And this right here was also made with a GR Pottery form. I know, I told you I was going to be showing a lot of them. This was made with a GR Pottery form. So this is one of the plates that was the test plate for that 100 plate exhibition I did. So I made 100 plates this shape and size that hung on a wall in Chicago last year as part of a veteran triennial exhibition. So that was super fun. Now this is what's called Mishima inlay. That's what's on this piece right here. And so what I did is I carved through the piece, and then I did black inlay. So the black lines, I got a black and white drawing basically. Kev, you want to grab me one of these Mishima pieces that don't have color? If you look on that counter, that vase right there. I'm going to show you what they look like. Yeah, that's perfect. What they look like before I put the color on. So this is what they look like. They are just a black and white drawing basically. This is bisque. This one here has been bisque fired. And I haven't added color to it. Here they are after we add color. This is Speedball underglaze watered down added to it. And it just gives a soft pastel effect. So I love using that tool. This one here was done with the L3, this pattern right here. And I have classes on Mishima. Go check them out. We've done Mishima tutorials. In ClayShare Con last year we did Mishima and Sgraffito tutorials, and those are all free. You can check those out. Perfect segue for ClayShare Con 2021 will be happening. Date is to be determined, but I will let everybody know when that happens. So if you want to make cookie cutter ornaments with just texture, what do you think would have been the best one-step glaze that would work to show the texture? Bonnie, well, I think any Celadon glaze would be perfect for that. One step, use a Celadon, any Celadon. It'll work. You answered it right. Kevin answered it. I did see a comment earlier, someone saying, does Kevin make pottery? No. No, Kevin does not make pottery at all. He tried once.
Use pots.
He used pots. He uses them. He tried to make pottery once. That was a long time ago. So the DiamondCore tools definitely are one of my favorite things, and they're back on the list this year after being off for a few years. And, you know, it's hard to narrow things down to 12 things that would be gifts, and I try not to do the same thing every year. I want to bring new things, like the Mayco brushes are new to the list. Well, I can't, I don't know, I'll wave. Hi everybody, focus. Camera does what camera does. So, I don't know. I see that focus. Yeah. Kev, will you hit the button? I can't reach the camera. It's a struggle. I have only... That would be it right there. Yeah, there you go. That should be good. All right, moving on, because we got to get through the rest of these, and we're not even near. Number 6. And 6 leads me into the glaze question. So many of you know that I have developed my own line of glazes that I have researched, formulated, tested. Some of them been using for decades, and I have been releasing them through Clayscapes Pottery. I currently have 6 glazes that you can get, so it's the Jess's 6-pack, which is perfect for the 6th day of Christmas. So I'm going to show you these glazes. Now they are stoneware or porcelain glazes, which means you can put them on either one of those. And they fire to cone 6, although I fired a cone 5. You can push them to cone 8 if you want to, but they are really happiest at 5 or 6. And I have a bunch of them to show you. So my first glaze that came out is this Chun Blue. That's the glaze that's in the center of this plate. There's another one of my glazes on the rim. I also want to show you my Chun Blue on texture. We were asking, there's a question about using one glaze for texture. My Chun Blue. It's not a Celadon, it's a Chun, which is a different family of glazes, but it is translucent and it's very beautiful. So we got my Chun Blue, and then we have my Spearmint, which is on the rim right here of this piece. It is also on the top of this piece right here. And then we have my Lake Blue and Cobblestone. So let me show you Lake Blue. Lake Blue by itself is on this plate right here. Here is my Cobblestone, also good for texture. This is on a sweater plate with my sweater weather rolling pin. And then possibly the most appropriate glaze to use right now is my Oribe, which is this beautiful translucent green, also fabulous for texture. And I have 2 things to show you here with it. My holiday rolling pin is the texture for both of these. Now, this is a little thin application. It goes lighter. When you go thicker, it goes darker. So that's the difference. This was with the GR Pottery form, just using its edge. This is my holiday lace rim template that made this edge. And we'll talk about rim templates in a minute, because that's on the list. And then my 6th and final glaze is my cranberry, which is exactly what it says it is. This gorgeous, beautiful cranberry color. Here it is on a magic shaker. Here it is on a test tile. It will show texture, but beware, it tends to fill in really easy because it's not a translucent glaze. So I've got them all on test tiles. The 6-pack right here. And if you go to Clayscapes Pottery, you can get them right there. Explore 10, save, 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 and get them there. So that is my 6th day of Christmas, is a 6-pack of my glazes, right? And these are all food safe. They are dishwasher safe, microwave safe. Basically, whatever you want to do with them, they're fine. All right, I'm going to keep going. The magic shaker. Jerry's like, magic shaker? This is a class on ClayShare. It's a wheel thrown thing. It's a magic shaker. This one's currently empty, but you use it as a salt or pepper herb shaker. And, oh, here's a square plate with GR pottery forms. We were talking about different shapes you can make. Sometimes you want squares, right? You might not want everything to be round. You might want some squares down the line. Or hexagons, triangles, rectangles, platter forms. They got all kinds of things. You can just go crazy with it right there. All right, so we are moving on. Oh, we're already at number 5. Number 5, Sambao underglaze decals. Now, I love these underglaze decals. I love them so much that I designed a line of them for Sambao. And I have 5 patterns in multiple colors. They are Snowflake. Snowflake is my second most popular one that they have, and you can get it in black, blue, and red. So there's my Snowflake, and I'll show you these on pieces. My Scandi Birds, which is my #1 pattern, this right here, let me show you on a finished piece. I think you will love it. It's my favorite, and I love it in the red. I adore it in the red. Right here. So here's the finished plate. Here's the decal. Look at that pattern. So these are hand-drawn designs that I did and collaborated with Sambao, sent them to them, and they make these, and they sell them. I don't. And their website is chinaclayart.com. We do have a discount code, so be sure to use that when you order. And then we've got my mushrooms. Mushrooms were crazy popular this year. And then my retro floral, which is the one I am loving right now. Here it is in green. And then my last design is the jungle leaves. I love the leaves. If you like leaves, you'll love these. So a lot of these are based on wallpapers from my childhood, patterns that are very retro, very throwback to the 70s. You know, just things that I'm inspired by. So let me show you a few finished. Here is the snowflake on a plate, blue snowflake plate. How great is that? Right now, that's perfect, right? Perfect for the season. And then I did do one with my retro floral on it. And the glaze on this is my chun blue. So see the chun blue as opposed to a clear, right? Chun, clear, but on the front, it intensifies the blue a little bit and gives a little light blue background. So that's what we have on this one. And then I have one more thing here with the decals. This is my black mushroom decal on the mug. See if we can get it so you can see it without that glare. And I put my Oribe green on top and then Clayscapes cream on top of that. I think that was cream. It might have been my spearmint. I gotta double check. No, I think it's cream. I think it's cream. I have to check my notes from when I fired this. But look at that. This is the best part though. I love the handles of pots. Like where that glaze pools and runs. Super yummy, right? So these are underglazed decals. They can go on bisqueware. They can go on leather hard greenware. They can go on wet clay. This piece right here went on leather hard. This decal went on wet clay. Then I made the plate after I put the decal on. I put a video up today of this exact one. I put it on bisqueware. This was also on bisqueware. So at any stage in the process, you can apply your decal. You do not have to wait to the end, or you don't have to do it at the beginning if you forget. You just do it whenever you want to do it. And Sambao has a bunch of other designs, not just my designs. They have hundreds of designs, crazy amount, and they also have beautiful gold overglazed decals too. So I can just show you pictures of some of their other products. And some on the front right there. So if you haven't tried the decals, check them out. They're really fun, and I think you will love them. I know they're one of my favorite things to do is use the decals. All right, so we are moving on. So the next one is a double. It's a twofer because many of you know I work with Sharon Hoppy. I design rolling pins, I design rim templates and stamps, and she sells them. I don't sell them, I just design them. So we partner together for a few years now, and you can get now not only my rolling pins, but you can get my rim templates. So these are what you use to cut the shape out from a slab. Then you drape that shape onto a GR pottery form. So it makes it really easy. Put your texture in with a rolling pin right here, my sweater weather rolling pin. It's my newest one. I will have another one coming out. I think it's going to be December, but I may put it out Friday. I have another rolling pin design that's coming out. So it's my sweater weather. It's actually a sweater pattern, like a knit texture that you can get in clay. And that is this one we talked about already. Look at that awesome sweater texture that you can get in your pottery. So that's, you roll that pin in and then cut your shape out, drape it over the form, and you've made a plate. So that's what I wanted to show you. This is my holiday lace rim template. This one again was done with my Avalon. So those are the two I have out now. I have a third one called my cloud pattern. That'll be coming out in December as well. So a couple new releases coming soon from me. But if you haven't checked out the rim templates, you need to. Also, I did a snowflake one. Very similar to my snowflake texture, my snowflake decal. Let me grab that right here. I mean, I hand drew the snowflakes, and then I turned one into a decal, one into a rolling pin design. So you can get double snowflakes if you need it. Doesn't matter if you like want to use the blue snowflakes with the texture, you could use the red, doesn't matter. This is the, oh my gosh, got to show you that. Look at these. This is my holiday one. It has kissing deer, so sweet. This one is my favorite one. Then it has two little doves. Well, more than two, but they're in pairs. So cute. But, oh, mushrooms, what else? Southwest. So we could go on and on, but textured rolling pins and rim templates, get those from Sharon Hoppy Designs. I don't know if Sharon's doing a sale, but
someone just had a comment that she
is she going to do one?
Going to have a sale starting Black Friday.
Ah, all right. So you can check that out and save with Sharon's rim templates, rolling pins. You can get my design. She has her own designs as well, so you can get both. Doesn't matter. And she also has stamps and shapes and all kinds of things going on. She's a busy woman. She's got a lot happening over there. Lots and lots and lots. You love the holiday. I know. That one took me forever to design. Because I hand do these, I'm very picky about how the texture is going to look in your clay at the end. So it takes me a long time to draw it. And then imagine how it's going to work in clay, because that's the end result. Although they are made of food grade wood, so you can use it for baking too. Don't have to just use it. You don't have to just use it for pottery. I mean, I steal everything that's for the kitchen to use in the studio anyways. So you can do whatever you want. All right. The next thing is something that I want you to give yourself. So this is what I gave myself. This is a handmade mug from Sue Terrell. And so I want you to give yourself the gift of handmade pottery. Not something you made, something from somebody else. Because as a maker of pottery, we all appreciate it and we know what goes into it. So my encouragement to you is to support your fellow potter and purchase something from them that you will love and cherish and use. You're going to get multiple benefits from it. You're going to be getting a piece you love. It's going to bring you joy and happiness, and you're going to feel good the fact that you're helping somebody else make a living doing what they love as well. So this is this awesome mug that I got from Sue Terrell. It's a unicorn. It's all sgraffito. Love her work. You should check her out. Doug Peltzman, who just did a fabulous handle workshop for us, is going to have a big sale on November 30th. And I will be having a sale in the next week or two because we are moving and I can't take everything with me. So there's going to be pots for sale. And I'll be putting info about that up after Thanksgiving holiday and everything calms back down. But that will be later. But yeah, buy something from your local artist, support them, and it doesn't have to be a fancy piece. It can be something simple. Just buy something that you will enjoy and appreciate and use. Now, we are at the Mayco Flux. So Mayco is a repeat on the list because we have the Mayco fan brushes. But this is a product I just discovered this year as well, and this is the Mayco Flux. Now, Mayco Flux is a glaze, and it comes in light or dark. We are giving away some of these this month, but I'm telling you, if you win it, you're still going to use all of them and want more, so you should pick up extra. The light Mayco Flux is like a cream color. The dark Mayco Flux goes like a gray color, and it does depend what you put them on. So here they are in their jars. Here is the light flux on Raspberry Mist. Here's the dark flux on Raspberry Mist. So you can compare the two and you can see the difference. I love the light on almost everything. The dark is not my favorite. If I was going to get one, I would get the light. Let me show you this. This is breathtaking. These are all Mayco stoneware glazes. This is their lavender mist, blue hydrangea, and then the light flux. The light flux is the drippy yumminess that's happening. Look down inside. Let me just pull this out. Look down inside that. Look at the yummy that's happening in there. So good. I love it. So the Mayco Flux is on the list and it's almost at the top because it's amazing. And you can put it on top of any glaze. I've put it on Clayscapes glazes. I've put it on Amico glazes. I put it on, well, Mayco glazes. I have not used it yet on my own glazes, but I'm going to try it and I'll let you all know what happens. Barbara wants one of my pieces. Well, I'll be putting a bunch up because I'm moving, and it may not be necessarily in time for Christmas for you to get the pieces, but it will be happening because we're moving mid-January. It'll be happening before I move. So stay tuned. I will have info on the big Pottery move sale coming up. All right. And then the last thing on the list before we sing along, well, you know what it is. It's a premium membership to ClayShare.com. If you have not given yourself this gift yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do that. You know, it's $9.99 a month or $99 a year. And we have it set up if you sign up now. If prices go up next year, which they may go up, I'm not saying, but they may. If they go up, you're locked in. You're safe. You pay that amount. That's it. So I have hundreds of classes that I've done for you all. Thousands of videos. We do the free broadcasts. We have the premium paid content. We have lots of discounts. We do private live broadcasts. We have so many things. We have the new morning show that we've started doing. It is amazing. And along with the premium membership, we have a crazy good community. So supportive and positive, and not just about pottery. It's a group that's there to lift your spirits and let you know that everything's going to be okay no matter what. Like, it's amazing. And I think the community, the ClayShare family, that's really the most important part of ClayShare for me. Like, they're my family. You all are my family. So that is my top gift to give. Give yourself it if you haven't yet, or if you know somebody who loves pottery, give that to them. Now, you can always sign up for our free 7-day trial. And if you say, it's not for me, or I'm not ready for this right now, then okay, don't stay. Maybe come back later. But I bet you'll love it if you give it a try. So the Flux, what is it? It's a glaze, Terry, and I usually put 1 to 2 coats on because it runs and melts like crazy. I have done a bunch of Mayco Flux videos if you go and check those in a live broadcast. A couple months ago, Mayco was our featured sponsor with the Fluxes, and they are amazing. We're also using them this month with stroke and coats. They run so much. Do we have that tuxedo jar, that little vase? Maybe back there on that table by my kitty cat clock. The Flux, if you put too many coats on, it will run and stick. Just keep that in mind.
You mean this one, don't you?
Oh, I do mean that one. So this one,
Trees.
the trees. I put 3 coats of Mayco Flux on because I thought That'll be fun. It won't run too much. Oh yeah, it ran. I suggest 2 coats, but this is the Light Flux on Mayco Tuxedo Stroke and Coat. Look at that. It's so good. I love it. So give the Stroke and Coats a try. You know, if you're looking for something that helps make things melt and run, the Stroke and Coat is what you want. Whew, there. So is the Mayco Flux similar to Mayco Potter's Choice Oatmeal? It's similar. It's not exactly the same. The Flux melts more and it's whiter, but it's similar. All right, everybody, that's the gifts. Are you all ready? Are we ready for this? This is the part people hang around for because I'm going to sing. And I don't know if it's necessarily great that I sing after I've been talking for almost an hour straight, but we're doing it. So are you ready?
You need a sip of water or anything?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to do it. I'm going to sing. I'm going to give you all a warning. I'm a terrible singer. Absolutely terrible, but I love to sing, so I don't care. I sing. And everybody in my family has to just put up with it. And if you don't want to hear it, you can leave or mute. All right, ready? And my list is over there so I don't get lost. Okay, at home, sing along to the tune of 12 Days of Christmas. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me Speedball underglazes. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me Studio Probat Space Saver System. This is the insert because I can't get the whole system because it's under pots. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me Georgie's Interactive Pigments kit with glazes too because they're awesome as well. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 Mayco fan brushes. Although I only have 3, I want 9, so that's my Christmas list. Please get me 6 more because I'll use them all year long. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me some GR Pottery forms. And you can get 8 of them because it's the 8th day of Christmas, right? Why not? They come in sets. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me DiamondCore carving tools. 7 of them would be a lot of money, so maybe don't get 7, but get 1. You will love them. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a 6-pack of Jess's glazes from ClayShare Pottery. 6. Get all 6. They're awesome. You will love them. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 Sambao decals or more, your choice. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me some rim templates and textured rolling pins. I need an assistant for this. Woo! On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me some handmade pottery. On the 2nd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 jars of Mayco Flux, the dark and the light. And then on the 1st day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a ClayShare premium membership. 1 year we'll have a room full of people, and I'll have a bunch of them singing along with me. So it won't just be me. You all can sing with me. There we have it. The 12 gifts for potters, this year's edition, 2020. I know 2020 has been an interesting year for many of us, but I think the 12 gifts have been amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Awesome, right? So there we have it. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I will see you all next week. My premium members, we will be there Monday morning for Good Morning ClayShare at 9 a.m. Everybody else, I will see you on Wednesday, December 2nd for the Mayco Stroke and Coat giveaway. If you haven't entered yet, go to clayshare.com, sign up for our emails, and you are in like Flynn. Happy Thanksgiving. Take care and be well, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye.